10 non-obvious signs someone is wealthy. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel, The Enchanted Luxury Studio, where we talk about wealth and luxury. How can you tell if someone is super rich? The obvious answer would be by looking at the brand of the clothes they wear, what type of cars they drive, and in which neighborhood do they live. Things that are on the shallow surface of someone's life. In this video, we are not going to deal with those types of stealth wealth indicators. Instead, we are going to look at the discrete signifiers of true wealth, things that do not stereotypically describe rich people. These are 10 non-obvious signs that someone is wealthy. Let's get to it. Number 1. They are always focused. The rich tend to be extremely focused on their goals. That's because you need dedication and persistence if you want to achieve true wealth. We are talking about people who paved or are paving their own way to financial success. The ability to concentrate and not lose focus is much more observable among the new money kind of rich people. They stick to their goals and are not easily swayed by any potential distractions like vices and bad habits. Once they come up with a winning idea, they will not veer away from it but will follow it through to completion, despite having to encounter tons of obstacles along the way. Number 2. Small things don't bother them. Many of the problems that common folks worry about, such as a busted transmission, a broken furnace, or a ceiling that leaks, most of these circumstances can derail the average person's budget and cause some serious stress in the process. But for the rich individuals, these things just don't affect their stress radar because they understand that things like these happen from time to time, and they have more than enough money to fix and deal with any of these issues. Number 3. They are extremely confident. When was the last time you encountered someone who exuded confidence? Well, being financially secure is a very important factor in creating one's confidence. Of course, we're not referring to those people who just inherited their money and are living off of it. It is common for these types of individuals to struggle with a lack of motivation and self-confidence because they were not the ones who worked hard for their wealth. However, an individual who became a millionaire on their own is most likely to show the confidence associated with their self-made wealth. It took them a long time to get to where they are, and they are proud of their achievements. And they know that if someone tries to destroy their empire, they could easily rebuild it because no one can take away their intelligence, drive, knowledge, and skills that enable them to achieve their wealth in the first place. Number 4. You'll never hear them complain about their budget. You often hear many people complaining about their money most of the time. Even in small talks, you can hear a person complaining about the cost of gas or the brutal amount of fees on their cable bill. This is among the things that you will not notice from the super rich people. In fact, rich people may not even be aware of how much these things cost because they just pay for things without being bothered about how much money they would have to spend on them. When you have millions of dollars in expendable cash, an $80 fill-up for your SUV is not going to raise any eyebrows. There is one exception to this rule though. There is something about money that concerns the rich, and you will hear them complain about it from time to time, and that is taxes. Taxes are something that drastically affects their wealth, and no matter how much money they have. Number 5. Money is their favorite topic. Just like everyone else, rich people have different interests. Some of them may love sports, a few may be fond of reading, while others may be inclined to seek out music and movies. However, regardless of their diverse interests, when topic turns to money, the rich will perk up their ears. That's because money is something they all care about, and they do not miss any opportunity to grow their wealth by gaining knowledge from unexpected sources. So, when money becomes the main agenda, expect the rich to listen attentively and be involved with their full attention. Number 6. Their house and car are well maintained. Another external indicator of stealth wealth is, of course, the home and the car. It is very unlikely for the rich to have cars that are broken down or homes that are falling apart. People spend a lot of time in their homes and cars. The rich, just like anyone else, will not want to live in an uncomfortable environment, while the poor may need to put off repairing their cars or homes because of financial limits. The rich won't. So that means that while the rich may not feel the need to drive expensive cars, their cars are going to be in great condition. You won't usually see a rich person driving around a rust bucket with a tape-up garbage bag to cover a broken window. The same goes when it comes to their homes. It may not be gigantic and luxurious, but you won't usually see them living in a home with a poorly maintained lawn, siding that is falling off, and roof with holes in it. Number 7. They value and protect their time. One thing rich people value more than their money is their time. When you accumulate immense financial resources, time will start to work against you. For rich people, money is no longer a scarce resource because they have access to it anytime and anywhere. But when it pertains to time, everyone is stuck with the same 24 hours whether they want to acknowledge that or not. Instead of wasting their time doing invaluable activities that serve them temporary satisfaction, like partying every night or watching a whole season of a TV show in one sitting, they spend hours of their day working to make even more money. So, if you run across someone who jealously covets and protects their time, that's a solid yet non-obvious indicator that a person is super rich. Number 8. Their clothes are well fit and high quality. There are certainly people who will wear luxurious brands to proudly flaunt their wealth, but for those who don't like to make it obvious, their privilege will reflect through how well tailored and visually appealing their clothes are. Keep in mind that comfort is paramount for the wealthy. They don't need to put up with discomfort, so they won't. That means their clothes will consist of materials that feels amazing on the skin, such as cashmere sweaters, high-quality cotton shirts and pants, and for more formal occasions, suits that are custom-tailored and made with the finest silk or wool. Of course, there are rich people who really don't care about clothes at all, but even then, they will usually find something they really like and purchase multiple sets of the same design. It is very unusual to see a rich person wearing clothes that are dirty and falling apart. Number 9. They don't socialize as much as everyone does. Wealthy people don't really hang out with other people that much. Of course, this is not about growing and maintaining their business network. Obviously, that's something rich people focus on because building business connections is a huge factor that helps them grow their money. What we are talking about is hanging out a lot with a big close group of friends that you can lean on. The rich tend to do this far less than other people. One reason for this is that their focus is deeply engraved on their goals that they have very little to no time for socialization. Another reason could be the lack of friends to hang out with. As they rise in wealth and success, many of their old friends and acquaintances become bygones who simply don't relate with them anymore. In many cases, rich people tend to be a loner by choice. As they become more and more wealthy, they are less likely to long for a large social support system because they feel like their money is enough to fix most of their issues in life. Number 10. They don't brag about their wealth. People who have attained a serious amount of wealth are comfortable with their accomplishments and rarely feel the need to brag about their money. You don't hear Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg constantly brag about how wealthy they are, do you? Well, that is because they are well aware of their accomplishments and they know that they have already won in this lifetime. They no longer need to prove anything to the entire world. However, the mixture of wealth and humility usually pertains to self-made billionaires. Those who earned their money and didn't inherit it are usually humble people. That is because when you grow up not having much, you are more appreciative of what you have now. The road they have taken and the hardships they had to deal with just to get to where they are now is the very thing that keeps them grounded. And that's how you'll know if someone is wealthy. Do you know anyone in your circle who projects any of these signs? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.